Hello and welcome to the Iron 5. My name is Lance Hatch. I am here today with Transportation Director John Webster. Excited to be here with you and discussing this vital, important part of our school district, the transportation of students. Before we get too far though, would you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about how you got into this business, as well as how long have you been here?
Yeah, well, thanks. I appreciate that. I retired from the hospitality business, actually. Came to Cedar. My parents lived here and were raised here, and I still needed something to do. So I started driving bus. And I thought, I actually like this a lot. And I felt like I was still young enough, I had something to contribute. So when opportunity came available, then I landed here. I've been here, about 10 years, I think.
Well, that's great. Well, let's start in with the Iron 5. Number one, what would you consider to be the number one thing that you would like families, parents to understand about transportation?
Well, one of the things I'd like them to understand is we're part of the school district, and our intent and our driver's intent is to make the students' experiences good. Our drivers love the students. As a matter of fact, yesterday I got an expression of gratitude from a man who thanked me that his driver connected well with his student. And so our drivers love the students. Our drivers love to transport their students on field trips. They always vie for field trips to have their students. And they are much to the drivers like probably the students are in the classroom to the teachers. And so they really do care about them, and they spend a short amount of time with them every day, but it's usually good time. And a lot of people can remember their bus drivers from the past.
When I hear them talking about the kids, they're always saying, my kids, right? My kids on my bus, that ownership. So let's move on to number two. The community may be surprised about who is actually driving the buses. Can you tell us a little bit about the drivers?
Yeah, I think many would be surprised. Sometimes the news gives the flavor of who drives school buses or what drives school buses, but your child is probably being driven by a former policeman or a fireman or a business executive or a mom that has students in the Iron County School District, and in some cases even SUU students. Many of them retired and spent, I don't know, a year or so outside of retirement, thought, I still need something to do, and this is a good way for me to give back to the community. So likely that's who your student is encountering every day.
We'll move on to number three. Can you tell us about your guidelines, some of the deciding factors when somebody is needing to qualify to ride a bus?
First and foremost, you need to live inside the boundary of the school that you go to. If you can't check that box unless you're sped, we do have some special education buses that go outside of the boundaries, but inside the boundaries is number one. Number two, if you're in elementary school, you got to live within, or you got to live outside of 1.5 miles, or else the family is responsible for getting you to school. And if you're in middle school, it's the responsibility of the family to get you to school if you live outside of a 2-mile radius of the school. One of the things that you need to know too is where the stops are. If your stop isn't right next to your house, you still may have a little distance to go. If you need to know more about the things that we do, please give us a call, 435-586-2864, or we have a flyer that will explain much of what you need to know to you.
Let's move on to number four. Let's talk about how parents, students, and even school staff can help our transportation department to be as successful as possible.
Well, one of the ways is we live in an age of digital age, and everybody knows how to operate digital things, and we have on our website an info finder, which is you can put your address in, it will tell you your stop times, it will tell you when the bus should arrive, when it should arrive in the morning, when it should arrive in the afternoon, and lets you know all the information that you really need to know to catch that bus and ride it. Interestingly enough, the other thing that can help us out a lot is to make sure your child or your student knows their address. You'd be surprised at the number of students that occasionally get on the wrong bus, and our first question is, what is your address? And sometimes we have to go searching for that address, so that's an easy thing to know. At the school bus stop, there typically isn't adults there necessarily. There are parents that visit, but teach your children to be respectful. They're there with other students, and sometimes mischief can ensue. So if you teach them to be respectful and proper behavior, that helps us a lot. And then last but not least, be a little bit patient with us. We're subject to the traffic conditions and the weather conditions and other things, construction conditions. So we'll get there. We always get there. Occasionally a headlight goes out and it takes a minute to get it fixed and sent on its way.
Well, that's awesome. To wrap things up, we'd like you to share some unique information, maybe some statistics.
Well, one of the things that always surprises people, so I repeat it often, is cumulatively in Iron County, we drive school buses about 4,300 miles a day. To put that into perspective, the distance from Los Angeles to New York is 2,776 miles. There's a lot of miles that go into getting our students around. We transport about 7,200 students a day, 3,600 or so in the morning, 3,600 or so in the afternoon. We do around 1,500 to 2,000 field trips every year. That's not just sports, that's pumpkin patch, that's anywhere that the students are wanting to go and the teachers are taking them. And maybe last but not least, the cost of a tire for each bus. One tire is $450, so it's expensive. And we got about 600 tires running around the district every day.
600 tires. Well, that's great. I have a soft place in my heart. I grew up in a town that was an hour's drive in a regular car, but I was the first one on the bus, so it would take me 2 hours to get to school in the morning and just a little over an hour to get home because I was the first one off on the way home. But spent a lot of time on the bus, and that bus driver means everything to a kid when they're spending that much time with them every day. There are few people, that actually get to see and talk to a kid every single day and leave a positive impression, and I think a lot of our bus drivers do that. I want to thank you for the job that you do and all of your department, including mechanics and everybody. Obviously, our job is to educate the kids, but we can't do it if they don't get there